Date My School is an online platform for students and alumni who want to meet new people.
DateMySchool.com began popping up on campuses over a year ago, and ever since, it hasn't stopped growing.
Someone once told me that they couldn't take a piss at the Pope's library without seeing a Date My School poster.
I saw the posters around school.
They're pretty prolific with their campus ads.
Literally our entire floor was covered in Date My School.
Next semester, the site will be present on every 4-year campus nationwide.
I have found people from Columbia, NYU, City College. I found people all around the world, so that's exciting.
It was founded by 2 Columbia grad students, Balaz Alexa and Jean Meyer, after complaints that nursing students never met business students, and vice versa.
It's not like we were selling air conditioners in Alaska. We sold to a specific need that people had.
Stern senior Pamela Nugent was one such student with that specific need.
The reason why I joined it, I guess it was in a moment of insecurity where all of my friends had boyfriends and all the boys I knew were gay or really rude and mean, that I was just well, why not? It ended up being a whirlwind of dates for some reason. I didn't really understand it.
Our users actually land dates within 30 minutes, which is totally unprecedented and awesome.
The site prides itself on their ability to get students connected, fast, safe, and securely.
We're anonymous, you can't be searched on Google. You choose exactly who you want to be contacting and who can contact you. We're exclusive to only students and alumni with active.edu email addresses.
People say when you're in college it's easier to meet people, it's harder when you get out. So the ability to meet other people on your own campus is kind of cool.
Right now, actually, Date My School is one of the biggest websites at NYU, and I think it's even bigger than Twitter. It's more than, 17,000 active users from New York City.
But some students have found that with more users and potential suitors comes more headaches.
As the crowd got larger, the number of guys jumped from 2,000 or just 700 to 6,000. That's when the creepy guys came out.
There was one guy that I considered meeting in person, and we actually did speak on the phone once, but then he just got really, really creepy, and then he told me he was 32 and I'm 18, so I decided to stop that.
But perhaps for every red flag and misconnection, there's a happily ever after. Last April, the website was responsible for the marriage of 2 Columbia grad students. They applied for a marriage license after only knowing each other for 10 days. And maybe, just maybe, meeting a soulmate is enough.
I actually only been on one date, and it was pretty successful. We actually spoke for about 3 weeks before we went on a date, and then once we went on a date, we kept in touch, and we're still hanging out currently. That was my first time ever, doing a dating site and doing that whole thing.
Believe it or not, 80% of our users have never been on online dating before.
It's been really difficult. There's been one time I've dated someone at NYU that wasn't thanks to Date My School.
If statistically speaking, 1 in 4 marriages now are coming from the internet, so it's obviously working. But also, I really don't buy into that whole how we met story has to be all to end all. The relationship should be about how the 2 of you connect with one another. So I think that it doesn't really matter where you meet as long as you do meet.
For iBeat reporting, this is Gabriella Moses.